All right, joining us now is head coach of the Monterey Plainsmen, Judd Thrash. Coach, let's get into the game first. You played a real disciplined first half, went to halftime with the lead, came out and had a really important drive, that first drive of the second half, just went down and scored. Just talk to me a little bit about how far this team has come this year in these crunch time situations.
We learned, in the first, 4 games that we had to handle adversity. And, we talked about it all year long, and we finally learned how to conquer it. We realized that it's not a talent thing, it's a mental thing. And so when we get in that moment tonight, when something bad happened, we responded the right way, and our guys have learned to maintain their composure all the way through. In the past, we've gotten too high at certain moments or too low. You got to be even keel, and that's what we've learned, especially from our preseason. And it's just incredible. When you go from the bottom to the top, man, it's a beautiful thing. And it was a beautiful moment tonight because we've come a long way.
Coach, that was my next question. Last season, finished the year 0-10. Of course, coming into this year with so many expectations way up here, a lot of hard work had to be involved. Just talk about this senior class and how far they've come and the adversity they've overcome.
Oh, man, they've come a long way. When you go through those trials, some people want to quit, and those guys that are left never quit. They got grit. They've been at the bottom, and they know what it took to get here. And it's a life lesson. You may be at the bottom, but you gotta keep working to get to the top.
Coach, and last one here from me. Of course, I don't think we're going to get any big injury update tonight, but after Des went down with that leg, what was the attitude of the guys, and how do you feel like they responded to that injury?
Oh, man, Deuce and Baxter, they picked up the slack. I went to Deuce before the game. I said, hey, man, you're a good back. You're averaging 10 yards a carry. We need you. I said, we need you to step up, son. I said, you're a great back. And I said, you need to step it up and put in the work and do your thing. And so, he stepped up and he did what it took. And Kyrie, he played even harder. So they played for Dez. They love each other. And, man, they had each other's back tonight.
So when you came into this program, you said that you wanted to bring a winning mentality back to this team. Well, after a game like this, do you think that kind of mentality has been resonating with your boys?
Oh, yeah. I've been fortunate, that I've had been a part of some great programs. I was at Lake Travis, Austin, Westlake, Duncanville, Colleyville, Heritage, Rockwall Heath, very tradition-rich programs. And man, I was very fortunate. I worked for some of the best head coaches in the state of Texas. All of them, I think, combined have been in 16 state title games. And so I just took what they've taught me and brought it to Monterey. And I learned a lot of lessons. And when I was at those places, I paid attention to what those head coaches said. And so I just, tried to do my best to implement it. And, I can't say enough great things about our coaching staff. We've got one of the best coaching staffs. Our offensive coordinator, Jason Sims, and Cameron Green and Dana Gillespie, man, they're great coaches. And, of course I get interviewed, but those guys are the real deal, and they're great coaches.
Well, and speaking from learning from some greats, your former high school football coaches here, I was talking to him earlier. What does it mean for you? I mean, I got his input, but just to win such a nitty-gritty game like that with him in the stands watching you.
Oh, it's a big deal. Like I said, he's like a dad to me. He's always been there for me, and he was bigger than just a coach. He made a difference in my life, and to see him be a part of this moment is very, very special for me. Like I said, we've kept in contact all these years, and he's always been there for me. So very thankful that he was able to see this great moment.
Yeah, and then probably know the answer to this, but do you have any update on Dez's injury at all? Have you heard anything?
He'll be back.
Okay.
He'll be back either next week or for the playoffs. So that's exciting. He's a big part of our team, so we're glad to get him back.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats, by the way.